Look at it thinks it's New Year's. Hello, A-Sven-gers, it's me, Svenny McG. Today we're going to talk about this guy right here. Check it out. It's the PSP Go. Let's jump right in and take a look.
Alright, so check it out here. Today I have the PSP Go that we're going to be looking at. But for a regular generic comparison, first I want to talk about the original models here. I don't have a 1000. This is the 2000. This is the 3000. Easiest way to identify is look for the sticker at the bottom, PSP 2000, 3000. So anyways, the PSP debuted in Japan in 2004, North America 2005, and the PSP Go came out in 2009. That was the N1000 piano black model. Now in contrast to the original PSP 1000, this is 43% lighter, 56% smaller, and compared to the 3000 here, 16% lighter and 35% smaller. So just on the generalized contrast, you can see it's the screen. Now, the most obvious thing here is what's happening. Well, there you go. All the magic is underneath. It's a slide. So it's literally just moving along the parallels here. So the original PSP Go's that came out or PSP N1000. This is 1001, so a slight revision. And again, when you boot it up, you have your generalized menu, everything's right there. It is a PlayStation Portable. Now you can see the screen is slightly smaller than its brothers here. This is a 3.8 inch screen and 480 by 272 pixel LCD. Now this does come with its own USB cord, but it is proprietary to this device. It is specific to the PSP Go. It does not go alongside your other PSPs. The Go also has the same 802.11b Wi-Fi as all the other models. And again, notably here, all your original PSPs have this UMD. This takes those discs to run your games on. This guy here is completely digital only. You do not have anywhere to install a disc. So you either download from the store over the Wi-Fi, or you can connect it to your PS3 and you can actually upload games from your PS3 to the console. There's also a way to do it using Windows. Now, although this doesn't take UMD, Universal Media Discs, this has 16 gigs of onboard internal memory and can be expanded. Now again, one difference here, these guys all use this Sony Memory Stick Pro Duos. The PSP Go, however, uses these little guys here, these M2s. And they install here on this side little port up by the top speaker. You can toggle your wireless, your Wi-Fi here. You have your volume up top here. You can trigger to your internal media. And you can trigger how bright the screen is here by pressing the button on top. One other thing we should talk about with this model, the battery inside is not meant to be removed by a consumer. Again, I looked at this recently on this model here, this 2000. This battery was starting to swell and was going to explode, so we removed it in another video. I'll put a link to that below. That being said, if and when this system starts to fail, the battery is not just available and ready on hand to be changed by consumers. One cool thing about all the handheld devices is these can all connect to the TV. These have their own cord that connects to it. This guy, however, has a docking system, and I will do a video on the dock itself, but I just wanted to bring that up in this video here. And of course, another unique feature is the PSP Go has Bluetooth, so you can actually go ahead and connect a PS3 controller, a 6-axis or a DualShock 3. So let's look at the thing itself. When it's here in this kind of stasis mode, you have a clock on hand here, and by sliding it up, here you have your stereo sound, you have your PlayStation home button here, and then again you have your single analog stick at the bottom here, that kind of slider that always has worked fairly well, and then you have your cross pad and then your standard circle, X, square, triangle, and you have your bumpers up top here. So you'd be in standard play motion like this and ready to go. Now the PSP, any iteration of the PSP is a wonderful device. Sony really knocked it out of the park with these things. They were awesome. They were going head to head with the Nintendo DS, and that system was also a powerhouse and one fondly loved here. But This system, like, there's hard to make a lot of complaints about it. Now, the one thing, I didn't really have a PSP Go. This is actually kind of some of my first experiences with it in general, and this has actually been lent to me by a buddy. I mean, the thing always looks great. Like, it handles well. It's a perfect size. It's nice. It's light. It'll fit in your pocket. You can close it up. And remember that when the PSP first came out, like, smartphones weren't what they are today. And that's one thing that really needs to be remembered with some of this retro tech, is basically that idea that you don't have an all-in-one smartphone. Like, this thing would play media, this thing could browse the internet for you, this thing, of course, in addition to playing games, you could play your movies, and you could also listen to your MP3s. And again, that wasn't really just on all, like, people, myself included, a lot of us still had flip phones. You know, if you didn't have an iPod, this was kind of the next best thing you can do to really achieve and get a lot of media. So, of course, in addition to having its own games developed directly for the system, this could actually access the PS1 catalog. And, of course, PS1 games could be a little bit janky just for their time now, but having it on this small screen, you'll see a lot of times they look awesome. And again, this is always just kind of a great format. Like, PS1, it comes through really clean on here. Like, it just shines, you know? So that being said, is it worth getting one of these in 2021? Now, you have to note that, again, this thing only downloads from the Sony store, and the Sony store is being shut down July 2nd, 2021. So that makes this, for the PSP Go particular, a little bit of an issue, because again, even with our other models here, our 3000, our 2000, we can still go into a mom and pop shop, go on eBay, go on Amazon, etc., and get those UMDs. Like, they're available. And what are we going to do with the digital? Well, there's definitely a big scene. You know, I'm not going to go ahead and push piracy or supporting it, but there's definitely ways to hack, modify these systems. You can access a lot of those other libraries. You can run retro games on this. The homebrew scene on here has been known for a long time, and it's no secret. I mean, you know, it's been pretty well open here for quite a while, and there's definitely custom firmware, there's definitely homebrew, and there's certainly mods, hacks, and lots of emulation. So definitely one thing about this system is, you know, it's open for you and you can definitely check it out, but keep in mind, you know, there are other ways to play some of these games, and unfortunately, for the actual legitimate reasons of going to the store and buying it, that will be hindered by Sony come July 2nd, 2021.
The Sony PSP Go is definitely an awesome piece of hardware tech. And again, you know, a little bit dated by today's standards, but certainly holds up to sheer awesomeness. If you can find one, these things are starting to get a little bit expensive in today's climate, but if you can find one, I would say definitely don't hesitate and grab it, because they are certainly a lot of fun to be had on these. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found it helpful or informative, please consider liking and subscribing, as it always helps grow my channel. Until I see you guys again soon, I hope you all take care and be good to each other. Bye now.